Hi Philippines, this is Adeline and today I will talk about lesson 4, which is bridging the generation gap. First, what is gap? It is an unfilled space or a hole between two specific things. It is also a wide difference in character or attitude, and it can also be an incomplete or deficient area. For example, the gap between the lead runner and the rest of the field continued to widen. So it is an unfilled space, and also the gap between rich and poor. What is a generation gap? A generation gap is the difference of outlook, opinions, beliefs, skills, attitudes, and behaviors among the older generations and the younger generations. In short, the generation gap is the age gap between each generation. While the generation gap has been prevalent throughout all periods of history, it has only grown more prevalent in recent years. The older generation often feels there is a generation gap between them and the young generation. This is obvious in terms of simple things like the manner of dressing, socializing, more intimate relationship like friendships and marrying. Even education, traditional schooling has hardly changed even with clear evidence of a digital world. Most of the times, confusion arises when parents observe their child doing wrong things and try to share experiences with them through advice. It's hard for this young generation kids to accept their faults. They yell at them or discourage elders for not being updated to the current world. Factors affecting generation gap. First, manner of dressing. In the old times, the Filipino women did not wear such revealing clothing. Legs were often hidden behind long dresses. The 21st century brought many changes to the Philippines fashion. From sleeveless blouses to mini shorts, there are many variations to how the styles today are used. From formally dressed clothing to bagging jeans and plain white tees, men have transitioned to simpler clothing choices as well. Depending on what is trending, fashions has been a sense of one's identity. Although the evolution of fashion has changed over the centuries, the Barong Tagalog and Filipiniana Terno are what is constantly today a symbolization for Filipino tradition and culture. Second, socializing. In old times, people tend to socialize physically to others. They develop personal and special connections that builds trust and support to each other. At the same time, they found close friends that provide a strong foundation of compassion and trust. Old people really value friendship the most, and like today, as new technologies were developed, personal communications were lesser. That means physical closeness were low. Today, we communicate through the use of some applications, but then it is very different in terms of chatting physically. Third, relationship. During old times, men used to do haranas, love letters, and even courting the parents first before courting their daughter. They really respect women the most. Old people also gave importance and value their relationship as well as marriage that they had. That's why they tend to grow old together. During this time, the gap is very long. Today, early pregnancy were known to the society, and married couples are many. If there is, man marries the woman when she's already pregnant. Courting slowly fades away, as well as the importance of complete family, because today, broken families are common. In the field of education, a huge generation gap also exists, and it will continue to widen unless some changes are adopted at the proper time. Traditional education to digital education. From dictionary to online dictionary. In peasant third world countries where schools don't have technology facilities, it is understandable that the transition to digital education may take time. But given the rapid emergence of digital technology, at times referred to as information and communication technology or ICT, there is the need to prepare for bringing the digital gap in society. But first, we must understand the potentials of ICT. First, instantaneous communication. The network of instantaneous communication is global, overcoming borders between countries and continents. Second, metamorphosis, which is the change of physical form. So much of the elders believe may not be applicable anymore to the new generation. Third, adaptation of information. Alvin Toffler's book, Future Shock, shows how the information age has begun to create many cultural changes in the family, societies, and government. Given the speed and power of ICT for change, growth, innovations, it becomes critical that the teachers understand the gap that may be perceived between them and the new generation of learners. Since the new generations are expected to face a future professional of a digital world ahead of them, technology-supported skills need to be taught in school today, or else schools will become a white elephant. So how can we bridge the generation gap? Open communication between the different generations is essential to bridge the gap. This helps each generation to recognize the strengths and skills of another and create more cohesiveness. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.